So you'll see now here in episode 2 that the trees have continued to drop the saplings. We're just going to run over and collect them. But the main thing that we want to do now is we want to find shelter. And we just happen to be by a lot of great water. So any one of these areas of high rock and dirt can be a great place to dig into and develop shelter. And we're going to start right here. I'm just going to strike this dirt with my left key or mouse button, and I'm going to clear it away from this entrance. And this is where we're going to drop a crafting table and get started with digging into this this mountainside. So you see the wood is in my number 1 block square, but I want to hit the E button. And then in those 4 squares up there, I want to drop the blocks of wood just in one of them. And then I want to click on the planks about 4 or 5 times, then drag the block down, back down to my inventory, but take those wood planks back up and fill that area, and that will give me a crafting table. So then I'll put that back down in my lower area of my inventory, and then I'll hit my E button, and then you'll see that my crafting table is over in square number 6, it looks like. So I'll highlight that square, and then I will right click, and that will place my crafting table. Now if you right click one more time, it will open the crafting table, and you'll be able to drag your blocks up and just put them in 2 vertical squares, one above the other, and you can get some sticks. And so just click on that about 4 times. That'll give you 14 sticks. And just place those sticks in the middle square and drag it down to the lower of the middle squares. And then click those planks and drag them across the top, and that will make you some wood pickaxes. And all you want is 2 for right now. Then just hit your E button again, and that will put them back in your inventory. And then let's go ahead and pull those down to our squares where we can use them. And I put them in 1 and 2. And then select square number 1. And let's go ahead and drill a doorway right here in these 2. Now later we're going to put wooden doors up. And I always use 2 wooden doors for the front of my base because I don't know if I'm going to be leading some cows or other animals through them later on, and we'll get into that later about animals. But for now, we just want to go in here and hone out this area because the sun's going to be going down pretty quick here, folks, and we're going to want to be inside when the mobs come out. The mobs will come out as soon as it gets dark, and when they come out, they will come after us if they figure out where we're at. So it's always a good thing to have your base drilled out pretty good so that when the sun goes down, those mobs will stay outside and we can continue some work inside. And as you can see, we're getting a lot of cobblestone. So now this cobblestone is good for crafting a furnace, and it's also good for making more tools. Now, not all the stone and ore that you dig out will be good for making tools, but the cobblestone itself is. And so we'll need plenty of it to get started. You can see we have about 45 or 46 pieces, but we'll need a little bit more as we continue. Now it looks like we're knocking out some graphite here. In this, or not graphite, but oh, what's it called? I can't even remember the name of it now. But here, let me see. No, it's not even going to show me. Okay, but it's not good for much other than maybe just taking in, filling in blocks, filling in areas that you want to kind of like fill in the land or something. So let's go ahead and but also most of this stone in these different ores that you get, or stones that you dig out, you can turn them into polished sets, and they look really good. So now you see that it's getting a little bit darker. Partially it's because we're inside this base area, but out here you can see the sun is going down. It's getting a little grayer. Let's go ahead and run over and get these saplings and see if there's any more apples. No, there's not any more apples. So, and we'll use those apples for food. So now, let's go ahead and collect the crafting table and get it inside. Okay, and let's place it right in this corner here. And again, I just did that by highlighting the square it was in and then right-clicking on it, and it placed it. And then let's go ahead and put a couple things of dirt, couple blocks of dirt right here. Now that'll keep mobs from coming through, but we want to keep spiders from coming through too. So we'll block one more area there, square area. And I don't think the spiders can come through this. Now there are little baby zombies that come out. They're pretty brutal, and they may be able to come through that square, but I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out, huh? So I think that's it for the first day. We've got an area here that we can start drilling down to our mine shaft in. We've got an area here where we're safe. Later on, we'll shear some sheep maybe, or kill a few sheep for food and wool, and we'll create a bed. And so that's pretty much it for day 1 here and episode 2. So thanks for joining us here at GMG Minecraft, and we'll be back shortly with episode number 3. Again, don't forget to check out Gavin at GavinGames 123 and Madison at Mining Mady. And I'm Grandpa from GMG Minecraft.